I went from loving dogs to being like, no way again. Going to a park sometimes, it's like, oh God, are there gonna be loose dogs? My name is Crystal. I was bitten by a dog when I was young, and I was left with a heart-shaped, dark, hairy skin patch. Like, seriously, the patch on my face may look like a heart, but I've got no love for it. The doctor said that he would do the graft.
Graft, right.
Then the hair came.
Yes.
The squiggly hair. Oh, Lord.
That's horrible.
The skin graft came from my groin, very close to my pubic area. It's genital hair. I tried everything. You can diminish it, but you can't take it away.
You can't take it away.
I started plucking it, but it's only temporary, and it's darker. I've put lemons on my face to see if that would brighten it. So now I'm hoping the doctors can improve it dramatically. It's time. It's been over 20 years.
20 years.
I can't even remember not having it.
So we have Crystal. She had a dog bite to her face. She had a skin graft to her face. That skin graft.
It looks like the shape of a heart. Not a lot of options for this.
No,
You're gonna have to think out of the box.
We gotta think out of the box. Yeah. Can you please send in Crystal?
Crystal.
How are you?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Crystal. Terry
Dr.
Dubrow.
Dubrow.
Pleasure.
Lynette?
Her aunt.
Her aunt.
How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Terry Dubrow.
So we'd love to hear your story and why you're here to see us.
When I was 9 years old, my grandfather was holding the dog. I was actually pretty terrified of the pit bull. All I remember is black.
Full attack mode.
Yeah.
So he bit out the chunk of tissue.
Yeah, clean. Then we went to the emergency room, and there the doctors suggested that we wait until we see a plastic surgeon.
Crystal is very lucky that the emergency room physicians didn't try just to stitch up that big gash and opening in her cheek. Because the ER doctor does not have the same skill set as a plastic surgeon. If they did, she would have been like this.
How long was it open before you had the surgery done?
I was open for a while.
Yeah.
Like how the outside of Freddy Krueger's face looks, like
Yeah.
with the burn, that's what the inside looked like. So we went to the doctor. He suggested the skin graft, take it from the groin.
So what happened with her?
They did the surgery, and then the hair started growing.
So you're getting pubic hair on your face.
Yes, literal pubic hair. I don't believe that the doctor mentioned I would grow pubic hair out of my patch. I don't remember that.
It's interesting why they chose it from the groin, because there's so many places. They could have done the back, the abdomen. You obviously wouldn't do the armpit.
How has this now since affected your life?
I at first thought it didn't affect me since having my daughter. I really started to get conscious of it.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 6 months. I'm worried about the kids that she'll go to school with.
So you're worried about the future?
Yes. My daughter, her name is Sana. She's 6 months now. After having my daughter, I am very nervous about how other kids will treat her because of how I look. I don't want her to be teased.
We're a little amazed that you could have that large a chunk taken out of an area where there are so many facial nerve branches. This is expertly done reconstructive work.
What do you want us to do?
If we can make it as small and as minimal as possible, that would be perfect.
Crystal's case is actually deceptively very complicated. That skin graft is very close to critical anatomic structures like the nose, the cheeks, and the eye, that if altered even a little bit, can change the entire shape of the face and look very deformed.
So let's go into the examination room, we'll evaluate you, and then we'll think of some great options that we can help you with, okay? Let's go. What we want to do first is examine you. Close your eyes real tight. Okay, tight, tight down. Don't let me open. Okay. Okay, great. The good news is that Crystal's nerves in her face are working fine. The bad news is that Crystal's skin is very tight, which limits my options on how to excise a skin graft. So a lot of it is skin mobility. Your skin is tight. So the best option is removal of that skin patch that you have there. That means we have to open up a side, make a pocket over here along your cheek, put a tissue expander in. That means you'll be walking around for 6 weeks or so, maybe even 8, with a mass in your face. A tissue expander is like a big balloon we put underneath the skin and then fill it with fluid every few weeks and get it bigger and bigger and bigger. That will give us more elasticity of the skin, so when we take out the expander, we can cut out the skin graft and then move that extra tissue into the defect and close it. So what do you think?
I want it gone.
She wants it gone. I know you do.
You want a what?
She wants it gone.
I want it
Smaller.
as much as
smaller.
possible.
No, she wants it gone.
Yeah. Yeah. But he wants to be, you know,
I just want
5'5". And he's only, what are you, 5'2"? You know, that's,
Sorry.
certain things aren't possible. Great meeting you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Look at you. I have a guest with me. So, Crystal, Dr. Regan
Hi, Crystal.
Thomas.
Good morning.
I've known Dr. Thomas for over 21 years. Matter of fact, he trained me. And he's an expert at scar revision and facial flap surgery. So having him in the operating room with me today is only gonna help. It's a big asset. Okay, so this is kind of the idea today. This is somewhat of a diagram where the tissue expander will go. And then you can see we're gonna make that, where that little red line is, that's the incision. And that's where the little port's gonna be.
I'm feeling nervous. It's intense. There's a lot involved. This is a big commitment, and once you commit, there's no way to turn back.
For Crystal's surgery, I'm going to make an incision on the bottom of her existing skin graft. Then I will insert a tissue expander along the jawline with an external port where saline can be added. I will then fill up the expander with 25 cc's of saline via the port to begin expanding Crystal's skin. Next, I'll remove as much of the skin graft as possible and stitch up the initial incision. Hello, young lady. How has this been walking around with that?
Weird. Been doing like big glasses and then big hair.
Yeah?
Really
Okay.
big hair. My daughter is so cool. She just doesn't care. I think she might have had one moment where she was just like staring at me. I guess she doesn't notice.
So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put you back, inflate this, take out your sutures.
Okay.
I'm gonna feel this, okay? Squeeze onto his hand.
Come on, meditate a little bit.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. Now, keep breathing.
Just meditate. Okay.
What?
Feels weird.
What does it feel like?
Like burning over the top of the skin.
That means the skin's stretching, okay. Let me look now. Yeah, it's a little bigger. I'm really impressed at how Crystal's skin is responding to the tissue expander. I thought we would need the tissue expander in for about 6 to 8 weeks, but it looks like we'll only need it in for about 4 weeks. I don't think you need a lot more. Maybe we can do it one more time.
I agree.
Then we can do the procedure. I'll see you later on.
Thank you.
I'll see you later on. Good morning. So let's see this thing. So here's your port. You're saying goodbye to the rest of your skin graft.
And the expander.
You know, and the expander. Well, you getting used to it?
No, I wouldn't God.
Last week, Crystal came to see me, and I put another 20 cc's into her tissue expander. Now she's ready for her second surgery.
Now that my hairy skin patch is gone, the weight of a 21-year dog bite scar has disappeared off of my shoulders. Before, I was way too self-conscious. And now, I'm no longer worried about Sana having to go through like 21 questions about what's on my face. I'm excited. I feel beautiful. It's like a closed chapter.
Wait till we get to see Crystal.
I know, I can't wait to see her.
I know,
It's been months since I've seen her.
and all of that, so I know you can't.
Hey, guys.
Just to know. Your face looks great.
You're so good.
You look great.
Look at that. Look at that.
I can't believe it.
I'm happy, and to me, I see like such an improvement. And I've been seeing it since the beginning. Like every week was different.
It's like last time I saw you, you had the patch still. So this is like, I'm just staring because I can't believe it. She's always been beautiful, but now there's no patch, there's no hair. It's just a fine line, and she looks amazing. It looks great.
It's a new me.
That's beautiful.
I'm glad I did it.
Hey, hi, Sana. How are you?
And also persona. Like, she'll never have to explain what's on mom's cheek. She can always say just an accident, you know?
Oh, yeah. Hey, baby.
I would hate for her to get teased.
So now you look at Mommy's
So now
face,
look
there's
at
nothing
Mommy,
there.
it's nothing to grab.
I really think Crystal looks beautiful. The scar is gone, her face, the sides, the cheeks are matching. This is the way she should have been looking a long time ago. It's hot, it's a beautiful day. Swimsuits on, let's check the water out. Let's cool off a little bit.
Let's get in the pool.
Come on.
Before my surgery, I had a skin graft on my face with pubic hair growing out of it. After having my daughter, I was nervous about how other kids would treat her because of how I looked. But now, thanks to Dr. Nassif, the skin graft is completely gone. So now, my face is finally smooth, symmetrical, and pubic hair free.
Oh, what are you doing? Want to jump?